Hey everyone, I'm Serge Kumar at the Royal Alberta Museum attending the Edmonton Short Film Festival Red Gala event. We're going to be talking to directors, actors, and some of the people that organize this event. So grab your popcorn or your finest threads and let's take a walk down the red carpet. What's the premise of this film?
It's basically a security guard, a lowly security guard, gets stabbed in the chest with a mystical knife and starts to develop amazing powers, and they sing throughout. They fight and they sing, and it's a comic book rock opera.
So you've got action, and I guess you've got a musical, it's a rock opera all together?
Yeah, absolutely. People sing, people fight.
What did you think? What would you say was the hardest part about putting this whole film together?
Everything. Just trying to get that. I mean, to shoot a fight in a small story, a short film, is a lot of work. To plan, write, produce music that is sung in the shooting is a lot of work. We decided to do 2 songs and 1 fight in the same short 9-minute piece. So the scale and the ambition of trying to get it all done in the short time we had, that was the hardest part.
What do you want to do today, man? I want to go to the city. I've never been here before. Yo, man, I'll show you the places, the best spots.
That mall is huge. It's the biggest mall in Canada, eh? Oh, yeah. Looks like the biggest mall in Canada. Oh, so Indians made this, huh?
Yep, this is the River Creek Casino, cuz.
Frick, I wish my reserve built something like this. I would never leave. So, what am I looking at?
This is art.
Neat.
So I have filmmaker Brandon Alexis here, who had his film in the 48-hour film festival, which we're going to be screening today at the Edmonton Short Film Festival. Brandon, how excited are you for tonight?
I'm very, very excited. I've never been into a film festival before, especially for something I've only had 48 hours to do. So, yeah, I'm very excited.
Awesome. So this 48-hour film festival sounds pretty challenging to make a movie in 48 hours.
Yeah.
What would you say was the easiest part and the hardest part of the 48-hour film festival?
Oh, I guess I don't know what about it was easy. Well, easy, I guess, is whose phone we're supposed to shoot it with phone, right? Mobile device. That was the easiest. The hardest is having the weather not cooperate with you. And we filmed in multiple locations, and that was probably the hardest thing.
Awesome. And your film is called Cousin the City.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about it?
Oh, it's the story's really, really simple. It's about an urban native, a native person. He lived in the city, and his relative comes over, and he's never been into the city. He's never lived in reserve, so yeah, that's what it's about.
So you can expect all this kind of shenanigans and hijinks, huh?
Yeah, there is shenanigans and stuff. That's what we went for. So.
So here at the film festival, we have a different array of films. One of the films being screened is called Anxiety No. 5, and I'm here with Jesse Foster, who is the filmmaker.
Correct.
So tell me a bit about this film.
Anxiety No. 5 is based on a poem by Robin Robertson. We obtained the rights from Robin back in 2014. It's basically a 2-stanza poem that I translated into a 2-page screenplay. So there's no dialogue. It's all about, without giving away too much, it's about a bad man in a bathroom who's about to see his fate in less than 5 minutes.
So what was it about the poem that jumped out at you that made you think, I want to turn this into a film?
I think immediately it was this dark, visceral, short and sweet little story. You get in, you get out, you don't know much going in, and there's this big boom at the end. And for me, I'm really passionate about storytelling without any dialogue. I think visual acuity and sound and cinematography can really play more than having dialogue. So it's something I try and portray in all my films, and this particular poem just stood out. And thanks to my mom, she's the one who found it. And it's just been an exceptional run that we've had with this little film.
Okay, so we're gonna start, I'm guessing, with the raspberry bowl.
Okay.
The whole story behind its name is that we insulated our glycol lines with pool noodles. And so here we have the raspberry blonde.
Besides films, the Edmonton Film Festival will screen shows, and we've got Cody Southgate here who's got a show all about beer.
That's right, sir. That is
So,
absolutely right.
Tell me more about the show.
Well, I guess it came up over beers. We were traveling around drinking craft beers, and my actual mother pitched the idea, like, why don't we make a show about craft beers and microbrewery and tell these people's stories? And shortly after, we went through a road trip through the United States and met guys who were living in small towns of like 1,000 people who were running a microbrewery, and they'd moved there from New York. They had like a degree in macrobiology, and this one guy that we met had isolated his own unique strain of sour yeast. So he moved to this small town under a freeway with basically no placard on the highway telling you that there's a town was there. And that's where he lives now, and he's a microbrewer, and he loves his job. And because of it, tourism is now coming to this town. People are showing up, and they're drinking craft beers, and they're shopping a little bit instead of driving right by. So we realized, if we could promote these guys, if we could tell their story, these tiny little guys, and let the world know that they exist, we could help. We could drive business to them. We could get people buying their beers off the shelves. We could send people to that neighborhood and maybe support some more of the local economy. So it's really about kind of just giving back and giving forward and finding really cool stories.
This is another great example of a summer beer, for sure. Well, cheers.
I'm here with one of the founders of the Edmonton Short Film Festival, Daniel Foreman. Daniel, how exciting have the last few days been for you?
Well, there's been a lot of magic so far. I mean, we've helped about 40 filmmakers, all from Alberta, come up on stage and be screened. And we're estimating around 600 people, 600 to 700 people are going to come through the doors here today. So we're pretty excited about that.
Right on. And the Edmonton Short Film Festival, it's on its 4th year. How did you guys come up with the concept of having a short film festival?
Well, it started off, I've been an independent filmmaker since about 2002. And I had some difficulty getting my film screened, and I figured that there was probably other filmmakers that were having the same dilemma. So we started to conceptualize having our own film festival, and it just kind of grew, and there was a lot of other filmmakers that wanted to come and contribute, and it's kind of mushroomed from there.
For sure, I've seen the film festival grow. What do you guys look for in the kind of films that you guys accept to be screened at the film festival?
Well, a lot of it is time-wise. Believe it or not, if you can be really concise with what you're doing, longer is not better with a short film. If you can get your point in 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 8 minutes rather than 15 or 20, that really helps your chances of being screened. But really it comes down to story and sound.
No idea what I was doing. I just sort of grabbed and started throwing punches, and I was just watching my fists. And it's like in slow motion, and doing pretty well here. As soon as I did that, that changed everything.
One thing I noticed is there's a lot of fun. Like, everyone is enjoying themselves here. If someone was looking to volunteer to help out, how would they go about doing that?
That's volunteer at esff.ca, and you can go to our website, which is esff.ca. There's a volunteer section and a contact form, and that would be the best way to do it.
What happened? It's complicated. Complicated? I just packed everything I own, okay, which granted isn't much, and I crammed it into my little truck, and I drove over 5,000 kilometers, okay? That's 3 provinces. And the one thing that kept me on the road, that kept me reassuring myself that I was making the right choice, was that I knew I had a place to live once I got here.
I'm here with Sean McLennon, who is the filmmaker of Rig Pigs, which just screened today at the film festival. What was it like watching your film up on the big screen?
It was awesome. I mean, this is the whole reason you make films or you make short stories, is to put it out to an audience and see the reaction. And especially when you do something that's like a comedy, it's great to like watch it with a big audience and see when they laugh. Like, did you get that joke right or whatnot? So yeah, it was awesome to see, especially with a big audience like we have here.
Where did you get the concept of Rig Pigs?
Ever since I moved to Fort McMurray about 9 years ago, and ever since I got there, there's just the dichotomy in that region. I was like, man, there really should be a sitcom about this place. It was such a unique kind of atmosphere when I first got there in 2008, very early 2008, and it literally just sat on a shelf for a very, very long time. And then I got to a point where I need to make this. I need to actually write it and make it because nobody else is doing it. So.
Who's the safety tech?
Well, welcome to Fort McMurray.
Oh. What have I done?
I'm here with Cady Parnell, who is the filmmaker liaison for the Edmonton Film Festival. Cady, how busy have you been the last few days?
The last few days I've been pretty crazy, running around making sure that all filmmakers are where they need to be. It's a little bit like herding cats.
Oh, I bet. So tell me, what exactly does a filmmaker liaison do?
Well, I'm here to greet the filmmakers as they come in, make sure they know where they need to be, where the VIP party is, making sure they have drink tickets and they're well taken care of, all that kind of stuff.
So you're from Okotoks.
Yes.
What attracts somebody from Okotoks to come check out the Edmonton Short Film Festival?
Well, I'm actually creating my own film festival in Okotoks called the Okotoks Film Festival. It's an international 3-day festival, and I decided to come up here just to learn from people who already know what they're doing, how to do what I want to do.
Coming up, we have the Family Fun Film Fest and Family Friendly Films.